Suzuki, the new superstar at the Chicago Cubs, and Shohei Ohtani, the two-way player for the Anaheim Angels. Here now,
Naoyuki wins the lag.
Oi is looking to, it's a home run himself. And the lag, well, that was spot on.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, rack number 1. Naoyuki Oi to break.
Day 3. This is the first look of Naoyuki Oi, obviously one of the seeded players. 8 players were seeded in this event. They were the top 8 ranked players on the 9-ball rankings. That break shot is very unique. We'll take another look at some point. When he gets to break, he spins the ball onto the head ball, onto the 1 ball. Watch, see the cue ball spinning. He's one of the few, maybe the only player that does that break.
Just on your point about the seeds, Carl, we've had 5 matches now in the last 16. 1 seed has come through. The other 4 winners, all from the prelims. So to get that extra match in, and to get accustomed to the conditions, the table, the surrounds. Jimmy Jones quite rightly says the nerves. Getting that extra match in has proved a real advantage.
Yeah, we have spoke about this, haven't we, Phil? We did wonder, would the seeded players be a little bit kind of shaky, where obviously the prelims, if you come through that, well, you're used to the setting. I mean, me personally, I'd rather not play an extra match, Phil. Oh, a lot of body movement now. Didn't hit the cue ball how he wanted, and that caused him to throw his full body into the shot there, kind of steering the ball in the pocket.
Yes, he has been prone, hasn't he, Naoyuki Oi, over the years to violently snatch at shots. He wants success badly, and sometimes that translates into him being visibly nervous. You see that shot there?
Extension.
Lots of
Extension,
movements. He was up on the shot much too quickly. That's why he caught the black 8 ball slightly too thick. That's why he's not ideal on the 9, although it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, what is going on here with the cue action of Naoyuki Oi? I wouldn't advise doing this. Gotta stay still.
Naoyuki Oi wins the first.
You can never rely on a Naoyuki Oi victory, but what you can rely upon is lots of entertainment when you speak to him. So, here goes.
Welcome to Gibraltar. I like Gibraltar. Good people, good country, and good view. 6 years ago, Oi, Apple Pen, very famous. This Gibraltar. Oh, good country, me good memory, all good memory. Me and Abdullah same age. Yeah, 39 me, Abdullah 39. Face, me younger, I win. Play in the pool, no problem. Maybe fighting, me lose. Big guys, maybe no problem. I have no problem pocket, and the cushion is a high speed and close and very quick and careful. Play, no problem. Last 16 now, 8, 60 win, 8. Oh, 4-time win, easy, yeah? Wow, Wapu Masters, yeah, 4-time win, easy, come on.
Naoyuki Oi to break.
It's infectious, isn't it? Infectious. All the right words, but not necessarily in the right order. You know what he's saying, though, and you can't stop laughing at him.
Yeah, he's a fun guy away from the table, but you can see the way he's eyeing this break up. He means business. There's that funny little spin break shot that we talked about. He can pot the 1, but it's going to be awkward, and it's going to be awkward because he's got to do things with the cue ball to get on the blue too. Can he play it with a little bit of right spin and kind of get the cue ball bouncing across the table in a straight line? That might give him a look at the two, but it's awkward. It's not going to be easy to pot the ball as well. Chance the cue ball would run into the 8 or the 3. And then obviously he's not going to know where that's going to go. Well, this was always going to be the problem, Phil.
You have to pot the balls in order, and consequently, when you're blocked in behind the 3 on the 2, it's not good news.
Kicking at the 2 ball's awkward. Play it off the bottom short rail with a little bit of left-hand spin. He's got to avoid the 9, so you can't overspin this.
Last stroke. Bowling it.
Well, that was a wholesale misjudgment. Come on, Cole. What happened there?
Well, just too much English. Straight into the 9. Sometimes awkward when you've got up with spin. You can often put too much into it, like Naoyuki Oi did.
Extension, please.
So what you're saying, Cole, in the interview we've just seen, not quite enough English. There, too much.
Abdullah Alyousef, this is his first visit to the table in this match, other than the lag, and beat Niels Feijen. Second favourite on paper in that match, so he'll be feeling good. Semi-finalist of the World 9-Ball Championships a couple of weeks ago, so he's got to be feeling good. He's a man with confidence coming into this event.
Yes, I was really impressed with his poise against Feijen. Hasn't played a great amount of international pool this year, but you mentioned the World 9-Ball Championship. What about the turning stone right at the start of 2022? He was 3rd in that as well, and might have done a little better. He was 8-4 up. Jason Shaw, the eventual winner, lost 9-8. So when he does turn out on the international stage, he makes an impact.
Yeah, just thinking ahead, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the World Cup of Pool. You would think it's going to be Abdullah and Omar Al-Shaheen, and that's going to be a tidy pair in that one.
Also, from their country, Beda Alouadi, who's a really good player as well. So 3 to pick from.
Yeah, team's not selected yet. All in due course.
The equaliser from Abdullah Alyousef. We've seen enough to know he's a fine player, and he's also a gentleman.
I feel great. Neil is a great player. He had his chances, but this is the game, so I'm really happy. Naoyuki, he's a great player and he's always in the top. So yeah, I respect him. I want to go forward in the tournament. I will fight for the tournament. I will try my best to be the champion. I plan to take my chances.
So the man with the initials AA was A+ in rack 2 when he got the chance. The self-imposed hook by Naoyuki Oi proved expensive. It's really good that the Middle East is producing so many great pool players, and Kuwait in general. The scene there, so vibrant, Cole.
Yeah, we played a tournament over in Kuwait a few years ago. Jason Shaw won that one. That was a big event.
Abdullah Alyousef
The Kuwait Open.
1 rack each.
Abdullah's been breaking his hand on the slate. Wow, how's the cue ball not gone in the pocket?
No one slam a door. Don't even exhale.
I mean, obviously it would have been very unfortunate for it to...
Let me tell you this, if he plays till the age of 100, he will never play from deeper in a jaw than that. That was on the precipice.
This is where Abdullah's strengths are right now. All the balls in open play.
When it comes to his cue action call, I really like the way he subtly revs it up and there's no hint of deceleration. The timing's just about right.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say it's a bit more like a snooker style cue action as opposed to a pool. Needs an angle on this green 6 after potting this purple, purely because of where the brown 7 ball is. If he gets a good angle, see where the cue ball finishes. Needs this to travel. Needs it to travel. It's a little awkward. He does have an angle, but he's got to play this ball a lot harder now. He's got to pump this ball in, and he's got to get the cue ball over to the left side of the table, but below the 9. If he had a little bit more angle, this would have been
Extension,
a natural, easier shot. So this could go wrong now. It's easy to lose the cue ball, but he's got to force it. The 9 ball's going to play a big part in this shot. Oh, he's done a wonderful job here. Yeah, that's a good shot indeed.
And for someone who's not really accustomed to playing a great amount of competitive pool with the shot clock, he seems to have sorted it out ideally. Doesn't seem rushed at all. He has used his one allowable extension in this rack, but still plenty of time. Well, he miscue there. Wholesale miscue. Lucky in many respects to knock in the 8 ball.
Well, what a turn of events this could be. Fortunate not the 8 when you miscue, but now he's faced with a tricky 9. If he catches the bottom rail, it isn't going to go in. He knows he should have been straighter on this 9. Shot clock's beaming down on him. And it's forced a mistake, Phil.
I think the shock of the miscue
Extension,
made him
please.
temporarily forget about the shot clock.
This is awkward for Oi though, but he's got to be delighted to be back at the table, with a visit, with a chance to steal the rack. It's a little bit like Abdullah's, but it's harder because the cue ball is on the rail.
Both fell victim to the same mistake, catching the 9 ball too thick.
Yeah, that shot of Oi's there, you're better off overcutting the shot. That way you can safe. Abdullah's going to get away with this one.
Abdullah Alyousef.
The 9 ball goes in eventually. That was an enthralling. The crowd all on their mobile phones, in between racks, of course, checking out on the social media and all the
Thank
great
you, rack
pool
4.
content that's available.
Abdullah
Thanks
Alyousef
to
break.
the matchroom
Leading
lads.
2 racks to 1.
Brendan Moore, the referee. His attention is solely on the match. Must ask you this, Cole. We saw a miscue at the end of the previous rack. Does that linger with the players when they've had a miscue? Do they worry about it for a couple of racks afterwards?
I think if a similar shot would come up similar to the one where you've miscued, you might think about it. But I think they'll both have like tip tools, you know, Oi and Abdullah in their cases. They'll have all the tip tools, so they might be just sort the tip out.
Well, that wasn't a miscue on the break-off, but it's very illuminating. We've just seen there 2 dry breaks in the whole tournament, and that man, Abdullah Alyousef, has been responsible for both of them.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really like the way he's breaking. Nobody else is really doing this cut break. A lot of people are having success on the break, going straight down the middle, so I think it certainly would be worth Abdullah changing his break while he's still in the event. Oh, he's underhit this, so he's going to be playing safe. He's got the hook, but it's going to be an easy escape for his opponent.
The two Naoyukis off the table, full of fun, vibrant and laughing on the table. Totally invested in what he's trying to do.
Needs a cue ball to bounce. Otherwise, Oi's going to be able to pop this. It's going to be awkward though. I don't think the 3 passes the 7, so if he doesn't, he might have to play the cue ball into the 9. Oh, he's played safe, okay. Maybe he couldn't see the pattern. It's a good safety though, isn't it? Abdullah's in a world of trouble here. He can only go at the short rail, that's what he's looking at. He's looking at going off the short rail, onto the left side rail, 2 rails into the 2. Just needs to make contact, the balls are messy, so a hit would be good enough. And he's going to be delighted with this. It's a good shot.
Well, Oi maintaining containment, but this time, no hook.
Needs the 8 ball to help him here. He wasn't playing behind the 8, he was trying to get the cue ball up towards the 7, the brown 7. Oh, he's got to fancy his chances of getting this one safe. I think you can see the edge. Even if he can't, he can kick off the rail. Yeah, and then wall of balls. 2's going close to the pocket. It's going close to the pocket. He's hooked on the 3 though. Wasn't playing the pot, just wanted distance to get the hook. Going for shorty, that's what we call the jump cue.
I asked this question before in the tournament, didn't expect an answer. When is a fluke not a fluke? I suppose when it's of no great advantage.
Extension.
Extension, please.
Well, that's okay, isn't it? Abdullah's going airborne as well. He's got the jump cue. Now the green 6 is causing problems, and even more so now with the 9 there. I think Oi can pot this 3 though. Yeah, he's got a small chance here just because of where the 5 is placed. He can put the cue ball wherever he wants. And what he's going to want to do is pot the purple 5 and run the cue ball onto the right hand side rail and kind into the 7 ball. Or even if he goes like right into the middle of the balls at the same time.
The right contact on those, they could open like a a spring flower.
Trick shots from the Japanese superstar. Why pot one when you can pot two? This is a thin one. Cue ball's going to be travelling a long way, up and down. Needs to slow down. Perhaps he needs to speed up. Needs to speed up. He's going to be playing it in the right centre. It's not ideal.
The way these centre pockets are cut, if you can avoid trying to put one in there, it is to be recommended. Accuracy at a premium. Yeah, there you go, you see. Just caught a sliver of the jaw and no siree.
Now, what's he left Abdullah? He might not be able to pot it clean, but I'm convinced he can spin the 8 ball in. The 8 doesn't have to go in clean. It's at the right side of the table where he cheats it off the rail, so just a little bit of left English. Well, he's playing a high ball, so he's okay.
Extension, please.
Carl, I like the way he cues. Technically very sound.
Yeah, that was a good shot. He's going to have to play this with a low ball, though. Just to avoid the scratch.
Hey.
Well, I bet you don't like the way he cues now, Phil.
Changed
What
my mind.
a shocker that is from Abdullah.
That was the
Tough
100th
game, yeah.
ball missed in the tournament. And look where it stopped.
Naoyuki wins the rack.
A century of missed pots, and the one that brought up 3 figures will really hurt the man from Kuwait. It should, for all intents and purposes, have been 3-1, but the 9 was hung, and Naoyuki Oi delighted to clean up, to tidy up. So there he is, Naoyuki Oi, 39 years of age, 9-ball ranking, 7th. He got to the last 16 of the Whirlpool Masters last year. He also got to the last 16 of the World 9-Ball Championship this year. A couple of other top 10s in the States, in Arizona and Las Vegas in 2022. He's one of those players, if he were to win a big tournament, you would not be at all startled. As for Abdullah Alyousef, well, on the international stage, not so well known. He's a contemporary of Naoyuki Oi. His 9-ball ranking is 13. His run to the semi-final of the World Championship was inspirational, and he played very nicely to beat Nils Fine in the first round here.
Oh, Naoyuki, what have you done there? Sent the cue ball straight into the drink. That hurts when you're a pool player.
Start the clock, please.
Abdullah's got a chance to forget about that missed 9-ball. There you see again. Cue ball, dis up in the centre, straight in. Heartbreak for Oi. Been an edgy start from both players. Ooh, that was a bit of magic there, wasn't it, Phil?
Do not do that at home.
Wow.
There will be Q Sports players the world over now hiding behind their settees. That was almost very embarrassing. I think he had a little more room than perhaps we thought, but even so, you don't go down that route.
No, it's very skilled from Abdullah. Now he's got to forget about the 9 ball. This was the pocket where he missed it. It's a little better. Needs an angle on this though. He's losing the cue ball. Now he's got a little bit of awkward cueing over the 9. This is worrying signs. This is worrying signs. This is kind of what we're seeing at the World Championships in the semis. He's unravelling here, he's Abdullah. Oi will know this. Oh, he's not left the gap. He has not left the gap, surely. Well, it was a gap.
The 6 ball came to his rescue there.
Extension, please.
Well, you just feel like if Abdullah's going to win this rack, he's going to need a few favourable rolls, and that was a big one there.
Extension.
Extension, please.
The last 2 racks match. Well, it's been pretty incredible. We've seen it all, Phil.
From what we've seen so far, I wouldn't be surprised if this went all the way.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shot from Oi, trying to keep the cue ball up the top end of the table, which he's done so. Create a little bit of distance. He knows Abdullah's struggling. This is a little tester. He looked a little shaky. And that's a lot better.
He had the authority return to the cue action there, which makes the 2 misses he's been guilty of, particularly on the 9 ball, even more surprising. If he's going to settle down again, winning a rack like this will do no harm. On this occasion, no miscue on the 8 ball. The 9 should be a formality.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Abdullah has done this, but this 9 ball to steal the rack. It's been a match of mistakes.
Abdullah Alyousef wins the rack.
Yes, he was in front at 2-1, and now it's Abdullah Alyousef edging ahead again, this time at 3-2. Naoyuki Oi must feel as though he can grab this match by the scruff of the neck, but as yet, he's not. So that was the beginning of the end. The pink 4 ball beautifully knocked in. Position on 5 attached, and from there, at this level, that was relatively straightforward. By the way, the winner of this contest in the quarterfinals takes on arguably the story of the tournament so far, Lo Ho Sum from Hong Kong, China, who last night, if you're joining us for the first time, defeated Shane Van Boning 7-6.
Rack 6, Abdullah Alyousef to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
Well, Carl, on the break, an improvement there.
Yeah, I think that's the break Abdullah needs to be doing. That cup break just doesn't seem like there's any value in it here. So it's glad to see he's noticed that and he's changed it. He's ducking for cover, trying to use the brown 7. Needs to slow down. Needs to slow down. There is a gap. Oi can't cut this in, I don't believe. But he can see a piece of the 1 ball. Trying to use the 9 ball here is Oi. It's never an easy thing to do, and that is a pretty good effort indeed. Abdullah's going back for the short stick. Got to be careful here with the cue ball and the object ball. Often one of them can fly off the table. Might be trying to bank this one in the right hand pocket. The right pocket, it's close. Ooh, just caught the jaw.
For sure.
Having missed the bank, though, that could have been a considerably worse outcome.
He's got to pot this ball. He's got to try and stay on this side of the table for the blue 2. Yeah, that's okay. He's found the gap nicely. Here, he can play for the red in the left centre or the top left. He's chose left centre because he feels like that's going to offer more position for the purple 5 after this shot. Chance now to open up. Bit of a gap, isn't it? Because it's been an edgy start for both players, not just Abdullah. This is going to work out nice indeed. Just about perfect. We always try and play for angles at 9 ball pool. You can do a lot more with the cue ball when you've got angles. You can manipulate the spin and hold it. Whenever you're straight, well, it offers misses. Some of the misses, Phil, has been very worrying. You were talking about his cue action, that you was a fan. I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that is a recurring problem. All 4 of the misses that he's been guilty of, they've been undercut. The tough 9 ball, we'll give him that one. That was quite a big ask. But the other 3 balls he's missed have been undercut badly. But the other recurring theme is that Naoyuki Oi is not taking advantage.
Oi just doesn't want to win this match. What is he doing? That is a shocker.
Extension.
So much
Extension,
room for manoeuvre, and he plays an anywhere but there shot.
Yeah, we were talking about Abdullah's cue action. Is it the yips they call it in snooker, Phil?
It most certainly is, yeah. I think the difference between the way he delivers it properly and the way he falters is quite significant. But to miss 4 pots the way he has done, 3 quite simple, 1 not so, that must have shaken him. Must have shaken him.
Actually, a really clever shot what he's played there, Oi. Important. The cue ball finds the rail. That would just make this shot a little harder. But again, Abdullah's just not getting punished for his mistakes.
Extension, please.
Yeah, that was a smart shot. Fair enough. Abdullah does have a pot, but it's not going to be easy to pot this. Striking down a lot here. This doesn't bode well for any type of shot. Oh no, the cue ball's not going to roll behind the 7, surely. Well, Abdullah Alyousef, things are just going your way in this match. This is incredible.
Well, it's smoke and mirrors to get into a 3-2 lead, isn't it? And it could well be 4-2. When you think about some of the guys who've lost matches in this tournament, hardly putting a foot wrong, and all of a sudden Alyousef's making one mistake after the next, and he's still in the ascendancy. I'm thinking in particular of poor old Jason Shaw, who missed 1 ball, lost 7-2.
Yeah, it can happen, of course. This is tricky, though. Is he playing it in this corner? Oh, that's better, though. That is better. It might have took you 3 chances, but that was a nice shot. So he's just 2 balls away from getting a 4-2 lead, and I'm not sure how.
This is the world famous Rock of Gibraltar, and down below on the cliffs overlooking this wonderful seascape is the Europa Point Sports Complex, home to the Whirlpool Masters. So from the Rock we go to a player on Abdullah Alyousef, semi-finalist at the World 9-Ball Championship and now 4-up on Naoyuki Oi. Delighted no doubt with the scoreline, but he needs to improve on his performance level. He's missed 5 pots in this match, even though
leading 4 racks to 2.
He's 2 racks to the good.
Do believe Abdullah will stick to the head-on break, the more traditional break. Where's the 4-ball going? He's okay. He's gonna have a shot here. The balls look spread. Okay. This is a good chance for Abdullah. Needs an angle on this 2 of some form to get back out for the 3, and then the red 3 to the pink 4. It's going to be all about that shot. Just feel like that's going to be the key moment in this rack. May even pop the 6th ball here. Oh my. Oh my. Would you just look at where that's finished, Phil?
Jaws 2, the sequel. I said before he might never in 100 years play from deeper in the jaws of a pocket than he did earlier on in the match. Maybe half an hour later he's back again. This time though, completely blocked out on the ball he wants to make contact with.
Good hit though to stay alive in this rack, and it has kept him alive. No shot for Oi. It's amazing what you see on a pool table. If Abdullah tried to pop that red 3 and then pop the green 6 and jaw himself, well, he could stay there all year. Here's another look at the kick. Great kick shot. Pay it. That's what we say in the trade. Yeah, he can bank it, but the cue ball's going to be running away from the 5. So if he plays that, he's got to be doing something special with the cue ball. Oh, that's not bad, but it needs to bounce. Needs to keep rolling. Can he see the potting angle?
I think from his body language, got down, couldn't wait to see, and I think he's just about okay.
Well, it was a good shot, wasn't it, from Oi? He's under the gun. What makes it worse is he knows his opponent. He's making mistakes. Needs this to bounce. Wants this to keep going. Well, it's landed a little funny. This is a tester for Oi.
Extension.
Extension, please.
I think he's fluked it. I think he's fluked it. He has fluked it. Oh my.
The wages of sin. Technically, that was poor. He missed the 7-ball by some way. He did not deserve that. And on such rolls do matches and indeed tournaments turn. Naoyuki Oi really struggling. But he gets the fluke at just the right time. And you have to wonder, is that going to be a pivotal moment? He wasn't on the money on the 7 ball, but it went in anyway. Now, talking about money, here is the total prize fund. It's $100,000. If you get to the quarterfinals, which is the goal of these two, the immediate goal, it's nearly $4,000 in the pocket, and then it starts to increase substantially. The winner will take home $25,000 US. Big money, and that means big tension. Hence, the missed 7 ball. Haven't we seen an awful lot of errors, Carl, in this match? And I can only suggest as we get closer to the winning line, we're going to see even more.
Yeah, once you start making a few mistakes, not only in the heat of the battle here at the Masters, but you're in a battle with your own mind.
Naoyuki Oi to break.
Trailing by 4 racks to 3. Both players have had plenty of chances. This is a good break. Here comes the 1 ball. But the purple 5, we've seen it a few times today. It's causing problems. Oh, he's got a problem here. He's going to have to kick at this off the side rail.
Just thinking, Carl, you know, the great exponents of pool have that ability to make the game look preposterously easy. In this match, it looks exactly what it is, tough.
Yeah, that's a tidy kick shot. Well, does the 3 ball pass the purple 5? It's always a nice shot to see that one, where they kick 1 rail and make the ball. It's not going to be easy getting on the 3 though, is it? There's a cluster of balls there. The 9 and the green 6 would cause Oi some problems. Needs to come away from the pink 4. He's under it. And of course, Phil, it's another mistake in another rack.
Extension.
Extension, please.
Exasperated, annoyed, irritated, and all of those emotions have come to the surface. You can hardly blame him. He's a world-class player who is not playing world-class pool.
Pass rock.
And he's missed the ball. You can hear Oi say slide.
Start the clock, please.
Misjudged the kick shot. Is anyone going to win a rack in this match without making a mistake?
Let's not forget that's the second time that Oi has really botched an escape from a snooker. He did so in the second rack. Hooked on the 2, caught the 9.
Well, he didn't hold back there, did he? He thumped that ball in the pocket. But with ball in hand, after potting 2 balls to leave the cue ball there, it isn't good. Now he's got to play a slow drag. He'll play it with a bit of left spin. Just everything seems to be hard work at the minute. Even then, didn't want to bump into the 8. Nothing's coming easy. That's a man there, Phil, who knows he's throwing this match away.
Even then they're called, this isn't ideal.
Extension call.
And when you've missed a few pots, in his case more than a handful, doubt starts to creep in. It's insidious, and when doubt creeps in, confidence drains away, and you become even more susceptible to more mispots.
Yeah, this is thinner than the TV tells you and all, but it's there, centre pocket.
Abdullah Alyousef wins the rack.
Well, I have to say, because it is so up and down, one way then the next, twists and turns, it really is an intriguing match, even though in terms of standard it's probably one of the worst we've seen in the tournament so far. Naoyuki Oi must be having serious regrets. Had multiple shots in this match, and yet he has still got the latitude and the ability to turn things around and get out of here. Look at the 2 ball. Yeah, it was in, but then the 4 blocks the 3. Carl, we've all had bad days at the office. Naoyuki Oi is particularly.
Yes, it is indeed. But the man at the table who's mocking these balls to take a 5-3 lead, well, it's not been pretty either. You just feel like there's another story brewing in this match. You don't feel like it's going to be plain sailing for Abdullah Alyousef.
Rack 9. Abdullah Alyousef to break, leading 5 racks to 3.
The man from Kuwait is 2 away from victory.
Needs this 1 ball to hold up, and it has done, so he's got a shot at this. Again, the balls are split pretty good, aren't they? You just feel like this rack's all about the first 2 shots. You've got to get from the 1 to the blue 2, and the blue 2 to the red 3. Cue ball was a little to the side pocket off the break. Now, can he play this and miss the red 3? Oh, he's done well there, just to find that little sneaky gap.
All a matter of how fluently he releases the cue for me. When he allows the back arm to go, it's fine. But there is that hesitation, that pause that might be a little too lengthy at times that Carl has picked up on.
Yeah, and he's the type of player where he likes to hit the balls with a little bit more pace.
Just saw a glimpse there of 2 very talented players, Oliver Szolnoki and Mario He from Hungary and Austria respectively, out of the tournament, but real talents.
Yeah, if you look at our last match with Fajunski and Yap, they very much like to hit the ball a little softer, as where Abdullah prefers to hit the shots with a little bit more pace. That means Abdullah's got to be a little more accurate on the pots. That was a nice shot. He's got an angle now to come back down for the 9. What a time for a break and run this would be to get yourself on the hill.
Sometimes the pause feels like an age. The pause at the back of his cue swing. A run out, and as Carl said, impeccably timed. And because of that, Abdullah Alyousef from Kuwait leads Japan's Naoyuki Oi 6-3. He needs one more rack to go through.
Rack 10. Abdullah Alyousef to break, leading 6 racks to 3.
A possible 4 racks remain in this match. Naoyuki Oi, powerless in his seat, has to win them all. Abdullah Alyousef needs just one.
Two balls going to come and spoil this for Abdullah. You could just see it was tracking round. He might be able to pop this in the top left though. Not easy. Well, he's looking at a combo. Two balls going into a big pocket from that angle. Needs to hit this soft though. Oh, job well done. Job well done indeed. That set the rack up nicely. This is a wonderful opportunity to win the match now.
Ankol, without wishing to preempt anything, it's turning into a nightmare, a graveyard for the seeded players. Only one of them is through so far, Max Lechner, and Naoyuki Oi clearly in desperate straits. And although he's made mistakes on a couple of occasions in this tournament already, we've seen players play poorly and win a match and then come out next time and play superbly. Ko Pin-yi and Lo Ho-sum spring to mind.
Oh, didn't go in clean. But it's actually turned out perfect for Abdullah. Yes, it's been scrappy, Phil, but it's all about the W.
And living to fight another day where the mistakes he's committed could well be eradicated.
Abdullah Alyousef.
Poole's court jester tries to smile, but it's tough. He's certainly not in the mood for laughing right now, Naoyuki Oi, because he's been beaten, and somewhat comfortably 7-3 by Abdullah Alyousef. It was a match full of mistakes. Naoyuki Oi made some very uncharacteristic errors. They cost him. So there it is, Abdullah Alyousef from Kuwait goes forward to make the quarterfinals, where he will take on, from Hong Kong, China, Lo Ho-sum. Semi-finalist in the recent World 9-Ball Championship.